I don't think the hat's gonna work. I'm done with one job for today, but I'm actually replacing the deck boards for my father-in-law, and I'm back here this evening working on that. I was thinking of doing an entire vlog while I'm out here, but I think I just need to do this. Last night, I started working on a video. I recorded probably a 15-20 minute talking head segment and realized that the entire thing was out of focus. And when I do that video, I want to do that video justice. So I'm not gonna do that video this week, but I did want to talk about creating and how to create when you're busy, because as many of you know, I'm married, I have 4 children with 1 on the way, I have a full-time job, I have lots of other commitments, and yet I've still been putting out 1 to 2 videos a week pretty much all year. In fact, last week was the first week that I've ever missed a video in like a year and a half, almost 2 years now. And then on Instagram, Jules Dominigraphy, sorry if I mispronounced that, asked me, how do you manage doing a vlog with a regular full-time job? Because my case is the same. My full-time job is my hindrance in creating content, because usually I feel too burnt out every weekend to get out and shoot one. And that is a great question, and a question I think is worthy of an entire video. First of all, I would have to say I normally try and get my video done before the weekend. This is one of the few weekends that I'm recording it, and if I am doing it, it's because I didn't have time during the week. So that does happen, that you can't always get your video done during the week, but really that's what I try to do, to leave that weekend open, to continue to have that restful time. Now, of course, when you work all day, a lot of times you don't feel like doing video at the end of the day. Decided to grab some coffee. Now for me, I have a job where I can actually do video at work because, you know, I work on a construction site. A lot of times there's actually no one else there. I'm working there completely by myself. But I understand that a lot of people don't have a job that they can do a vlog while they're working. They're doing something where they're meeting with customers. And so I understand totally why you wouldn't be able to do a vlog. But I've done some videos, like my video about whether or not you should use manual or automatic mode, were pretty much just recorded on my way to work and then my way home from work. And that works as well. But usually I try to find a day where I can take an evening and just go out somewhere and record a video, or go into a studio and record a video. It all depends on what I'm doing. Look at your schedule, look at your day, and see, is there anywhere where I could just sit down and record 2 minutes of video for a talking head segment, or maybe 3 or 4 shots of B-roll. Now I'm done for today, but I haven't finished this video. Of course, I've only talked about like 1 point. Now, if this was during a weekday, I would say, I'm gonna put this off, I'm gonna do another part of it, another day. That way I can go ahead, just go home, relax, not have to worry about it. But today is Saturday, I'm posting it tomorrow. And so when I have times like that, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just get a few transition shots. Walk into my studio, sit down, and then record the rest of my video. And I'm sure that people have noticed that I do this a lot. I'm constantly ending my video, coming back into my studio, and the main reason for that is time issues. So if you're seeing a studio shot, it's probably for one of those reasons. I do like studios, and like setting up a new studio area, which is basically just mirrored of my old one, is really fun. I enjoy that too. This is same room, literally just switched walls. But I think I need to tweak the lighting a little bit. Maybe try and get a fill board. I used to have a fill board. Okay. Which means, hold on. And no, that wasn't like a planned setting stuff up. I really still tweaking my stuff. I had it set up so I could like just come in, turn on the camera, shoot a video, but I haven't gotten this set up quite to that point. But back to the topic of this video, which is how to vlog and how to make a weekly YouTube series with a full-time job and a family. This is one way that really helps that. Setting up a studio. Having somewhere where if you're running out of time, you have an idea, you haven't been able to get to it, you can just go and record the short little clip and throw in B-roll or overlay shots. That works. That looks great. So, and it doesn't have to be, and like on my channel, and like with my channel, it doesn't have to be your main focus every time. You can switch it up constantly. And another important thing is to plan your videos. Planning your videos can make a stressful vlog go into something that's easy. If you look at my best videos, they've all been videos that were planned. I figured out basically what I wanted to say. I figured out the topic, and then I figured out sort of the format, and then I went out and I recorded that. If you go back and look at my video about the M50 after 9 months and saying, can it be a daily driver? That video, I outlined on my phone all of the things that I liked about the M50, what I didn't like about the M50, and then I would just, throughout the day, I would think about how I wanted to say the next point, and I would just pause, say it real quick. It only took like 15 to 30 seconds to say it, and then I would wait a few hours later, and then in order to keep the continuity of inflection and tone, I would just rewatch the footage and try and get similar inflection to what I came out of on the other side, and that worked great. I was able to keep the same tone throughout the whole video because I was just watching my last clip, going into my next one. It's really as easy as that for gaining continuity of your videos when you're doing it over hours or days. Like that video took 2 days. If I wouldn't have mentioned it, no one probably would have really noticed. And that's really one huge benefit of doing a weekly instead of daily vlog. And now let's talk about the biggest topic of how do you find the time to make these videos. And it's like anything you want to do, you cannot find the time to vlog. You have to make time. Bottom line, like I actually saw in one of Jules Dominigraphy, I'm really sorry if I'm butchering that, one of his posts, one of his pictures on Instagram, he said, I gave up video games for this. If you're spending an hour, half hour on a video game, you have time to vlog. It's all about setting your priorities, and if your priorities isn't to YouTube, then you're not going to be able to make YouTube videos. If you value anything from video games to board games to birdwatching to airsoft to any other hobby, stamp collecting, if you spend time stamp collecting, that is time that you could be doing YouTube. Now if you say, but I'm not going to give up my stamp collecting, I'm not going to give up my airsoft, I'm not going to give up my birdwatching, that's totally fine. Not a big deal. But you cannot say that you don't have time to YouTube just because you're using your recreational time on something else. This, for most people on YouTube, is a hobby. If this is not important enough to clear out some or all of your other hobbies, then I wouldn't try and like force myself to do something and burn out. And if YouTube is not something that you value doing, the process of making content and videos, and it's a fun or relaxing type of an experience, and you're just trying to do it because people expect you to, or because you kind of have the thought of, well, maybe I should. If it doesn't hold value above your other hobbies, then it's not really, then what's really the point of doing it? Every single human being on Earth today fills up their day and their night with something. You might fill it up with sleep, you might fill it up with movies, you might fill it up with playing with your kids. I do not recommend, by the way, stopping any family activities. That stuff is not like sacrificable. If it turns into something where you're neglecting your family, I would say just shut it down. YouTube's not worth it. totally not worth it. But with all the other little things, we fill up, as humans, we fill up every second of our day with something or nothing. And you have to take those times where you're not doing something more valuable than YouTube and use them for YouTube. It's all about a values thing. It's all about a priorities thing. If your priority isn't to YouTube, if your priority is to any other hobby, it's going to be really hard to stay consistent making videos on a weekly, monthly, any type of a regular basis. It's something that you just have to commit to. Now, this is something that I haven't put a ton of thought into, but I have been thinking about it over the last week since I got asked that question, and this is what I've come up with. If you want to do YouTube, you gotta make time for it. It's as simple as that. Well, if you found this video helpful, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you all in the next video. One thing that's a little bit different now than it was before is that because the room, I have none of the corners are taken up, I have a lot more echo now. I'm not sure what I need to do about that. But I do really feel like I need to get this lighting dialed in, because this looks good, but I think it could look better. See you in the next video.